Hey everybody, AceTrendAlium here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome back to another episode of Form Fight. Form Fight is a series where we take a look at a Pokemon with more than one form, or a branched evolution, or a counterpart Pokemon. We have a look at the differences between the Pokemon in question, and we try and work out which one is the best. And so we can see these Pokemon in action on the battlefield. We also have a metronome battle between them just for a little bit of fun. If you're a fan of Form Fight already and you're ready for more, make sure you hit the like button, show you're enjoying this series. Let's go for 1,000 likes on this one. Everyone loves Corsola, don't they? And of course, hit subscribe if you're new so you never miss an episode. Don't forget as well, of course, as always, use code ACE to save yourself some money on some G Fuel. Oh, it's tropical rain today. Oh, go and get some. Code ACE. With all that out of the way, let's have a look at today's challenges. Today on Form Fight, we're going to be comparing the two forms of Corsola, which are Corsola and Galarian Corsola, as well as Galarian Corsola's evolved form, Cursola. Now, a Corsola caught anywhere other than Galar will be in its regular Johtonian form. I guess that's what we're going with. And a Corsola caught in Galar, of course, will be in its Galarian form and will evolve into Cursola at level 38. But what makes these forms of Corsola and the evolution so different? Let's take a look. According to the Pokedex, Johtonian Corsola stands at 0.6 meters tall and weighs 5 kilograms. Its Pokedex information says it will regrow any branches that break off its head. People keep particularly beautiful Corsola branches as charms to promote safe childbirth. These Pokemon live in warm seas. In prehistoric times, many lived in the oceans around the Galar region as well. As for Galarian Corsola, it's also 0.6 meters tall, but weighs 0.5 kilograms. Its Pokedex information says watch your step when wandering areas oceans once covered. What looks like a stone could be this Pokemon, and it will curse you if you kick it. Sudden climate change wiped out this ancient kind of Corsola. This Pokemon absorbs others' life force through its branches. And finally, Cursola is 1 meter tall and weighs 0.4 kilograms. Its Pokedex data says its shell is overflowing with heightened otherworldly energy. The ectoplasm serves as protection for this Pokemon's core spirit. Be cautious of the ectoplasmic body surrounding its soul. You'll become stiff as a stone if you touch it. Appearance-wise, Corsola is a pink piggy bank-shaped chunk of coral with branches growing out from its back, with a horn-looking branch in the middle of its forehead and 4 little stubby feet on its white belly and 2 at the front. Galarian Corsola looks very much the same as its regular counterpart, but now its branches are made of a ghostly membrane, and the top part of Corsola is now white with a grey underbelly. Not to mention it now has black eyes with pink irises and a permanently sad expression. The evolved form, Cursola, looks a lot like Galarian Corsola, except the body has now broken open to reveal a large tree-shaped expanse of ectoplasm, with what remains of its head floating inside. In their shiny forms, regular Corsola's pink areas turn light blue, and Galarian Corsola's white body turns to grey, with its eyes changing from pink to purple, and Cursola's white body turns into an even darker grey, again with purple eyes. Now let's have a look at their typing, weaknesses, and resistances. Regular Corsola is a dual-type water and rock Pokemon, making it weak to fighting, ground, grass, and electric type attacks, with the grass weakness being a 4 times weakness. It resists normal, flying, poison, fire, and ice type moves and has no immunities. Galarian Corsola and Cursola are both pure ghost type Pokemon. This makes them weak to both ghost and dark type attacks. They resist poison and bug type attacks and are completely immune to normal and fighting type moves. Now let's have a look at the stats and abilities of these Pokemon forms. Johtonian Corsola is a slow Pokemon with below average HP, attack, and special attack, but with great defense and special defense, allowing it to at least take a couple of hits. Its primary ability is Hustle, which raises Corsola's attack by 50%, whilst lowering the accuracy of its physical moves by 20%. It's a bit of a gamble, but it can be useful for getting a little bit of extra firepower out of your Corsola. Its secondary ability is Natural Cure, which removes any status conditions Corsola may have upon switching out. This can be excellent for freeing Corsola from crippling paralysis, debilitating burns, or even life-draining poison, giving Corsola more opportunities to prove itself in battle. Its hidden ability is Regenerator, which restores a third of Corsola's max HP when it's switched out, which is excellent for prolonging the life of your Corsola whilst also making a tactical switch at the same time. As for Galarian Corsola, it's slightly slower and has slightly less HP, in favour of having slightly higher defense and special defense. Its primary ability is Weak Armor, which lowers Galarian Corsola's defense by 1 stage and increases its speed by 2 stages each time it's hit by a physical move. Honestly, this to me is pretty pointless on this Pokemon, since Corsola is very much built to be defensive, so lowering its defense is the opposite of what you want to be doing, and even with several speed boosts, this Pokemon is rarely going to be outspeeding most Pokemon. Its hidden ability is Cursed Body, which gives Galarian Corsola a 30% chance of disabling a damaging move used against it. This is fantastic for taking away an opponent's key moves and can really break a hole in their strategies, especially given how bulky Eviolite Galarian Corsola can be. This can make for a very troublesome trolley Pokemon. As for Corsola, it retains the same HP and speed as Galarian Corsola, however it loses 50 base physical defense and gains 40 base attack for some unknown reason, 30 base special defense, and a massive 80 base special attack increase, giving it a whopping 145 base special attack, which is insane. Its primary ability is also weak armor, which arguably is even less useful now, since whilst Cursola's massive special attack stat would be absolutely brutal against a lot of Pokemon, it'll rarely survive enough physical hits and defense drops to really get a speed advantage. Its hidden ability is Perish Body. When a Pokemon hits a contact move on Corsola, this ability will start a perish count on both Corsola and the attacking Pokemon, causing them to faint in 3 turns time if not switched out. This can be excellent for both eliminating a tough threat or forcing your opponent to make an unplanned switch, which can force them into a disadvantage. Now it's time for me to decide which of these Pokemon I prefer, and I'm honestly leaning towards Galarian Corsola. I really like the idea of Eviolite Galarian Corsola. It'd be so bulky, it'd be so stupid. With Cursed Body, you could absolutely ruin some people. I imagine it's going to be a horrible Pokemon to be against, and I just really like that about it. Although Corsola is very much a close second, purely for that whopping special attack stat. But of course, it's not just up to me, it's up to you guys to decide which of these Pokemon is your favorite. But before you make your decision, let's see these Pokemon on the battlefield. It's time for the Metronome battle. And yes, you're getting Corsola versus Galarian Corsola, and you're getting Corsola versus Corsola. Before we get started with the battles, I will point out these Pokemon have max IVs in all stats, 0 EVs in all stats. They're not holding any items. They've got neutral natures. Normally on Form Fight, we give these Pokemon their hidden abilities, but Cursed Body and Perish Body are abilities we don't want anywhere near a Metronome battle because they ruin them. So we're going with primary abilities this time. So regular Corsola has Hustle, Galarian Corsola and Corsola will both have weak armor. Ultimately, the only advantages or disadvantages any of these Pokemon are going to get are going to come from their base stats and their typing. Everything else is all up to the Metronome. Let's go. And here we go. It's Johtonian Corsola versus Galarian Corsola. Which way is this one going to go? I have no idea, but look at that beautiful blue Johtonian Shiny Corsola. Ain't that lovely? So we've got Shiny Johto, regular Johto versus Shiny Galar, and regular Galar. Regular Johto is going to start things off with Healing Wish, and that's going to fail. Very unfortunate first turn there for the first Pokemon to move. Shiny Johto is going to go for Calm Mind and increase its special attack and special defense, which is going to be a little bit scary for the Galarian Corsola team. So they need to have something up their sleeve if they're going to take these two rocky Pokemon down. Over comes the Shiny Galarian, also the regular Galarian Corsola. They look kind of similar. With Liquidation, which will be neutral on the Water and Rock type Johto Corsola. And it is also going to get the defense drop as well. Now it's over to the Shiny Galar. Now what is this Pokemon going to go for? It's going to go for Mystical Fire, which of course will be resisted quite heavily by the Shiny Johto there. So not a lot of damage there, but it does drop the special attack of that by 1 stage. So kind of negating that Calm Mind. Very unfortunate for that Shiny Johto right there. And it is going to get to start off the next turn. Of course, the Johto team is slightly faster than the Galar team. With a Stab Aqua Jet. Beautiful move right there. Doing a decent chunk of damage, but it does activate weak armor, and that will make the regular Galarian Corsola just that little bit faster, maybe make it outspeed the Johto team there. It is going to fire back with an Outrage. It's going to lock itself into Outrage, although Outrage a very powerful attack in itself. Doing a huge chunk of damage there to Shiny Johto. And now it's over to regular Johto, who is going to move next and go for Scratch, which of course doesn't affect the Ghost type Galarian Corsola there. Here we see the Shiny Galarian form going for Volt Switch, which will be a super effective hit. Of course, it's super effective on Water type Pokemon, being Electric type. Does a decent chunk of damage there to that regular Johto. Now, which way is this going to go? I have no idea, although Johto looks to be on the back foot right now. Here's more of that Outrage from the Shiny Galar, and it's doing huge damage right there to that regular Johto. It does confuse the regular Galarian Corsola there as a result of the fatigue caused by the move, but here's Shiny Johto going for Stomp. Again, doesn't affect the Ghost type Galar. My word, that was huge damage. Regular Johto, who is on the ropes right now, goes for Tar Shot. So wants to make the Shiny Galarian Corsola weaker to fire type moves. So an interesting play right there. And of course, it also gets a 1-stage speed drop on it. What's Shiny Galar going to do in retaliation? It's going to go for Twister and do a little bit of chip damage. A little bit of dragon type chip damage there to each of those Johto Corsola right there. Still looking bad for the Johto team. Shiny Galar hasn't actually taken any damage yet, which is quite bizarre. Regular Galar is confused. It's going to ignore that confusion though. It's still going to fire up the Metronome, and it's going to go for a a Spit Up, but it hasn't stockpiled anything, so that was a complete waste. Over to Shiny Johto. Can it try and mount a comeback for its team? Goes for Bounce. It's going to spring up into the air and do flying type damage on the next turn. Not a bad play, keeping itself safe from any move used by the Shiny Galar form. And here's the regular Johto, and it's going to go for a Bounce itself. That's amazing. So both the Johto Corsola bouncing into the air, getting ready to come down on the next turn. Shiny Galar has no targets to hit. That's unreal. Goes for Fishious Rend. It's avoided. My word, that's a brilliant play there. And of course, regular Galar isn't going to have an opponent to hit. Snapped out of its confusion, goes for Metronome. There's nothing on the field. You might as well boost some stats or something. Goes for Tri Attack. It's going to be avoided. Johto goes for Bounce. Oh, it's avoided though by Galar. Shiny Johto goes for Bounce. It's avoided, and they doubled in on the same Pokemon, and they missed both times. That's tragic. Nasty plot from Shiny Galar, increasing its special attack 2 stages. I can't believe they doubled in with Bounce on the same Pokemon, and they missed both of them. That is tragic. That could actually be the last little cry of desperation from the Johto team. Here is the... Oh, Purify going to fail from the regular Galarian Corsola there. Now it's over to Shiny Johto. Can they redeem themselves? Goes for Psych Up. Is it really going to be worth it? I mean, it depends on which Corsola you're against, I suppose. Copied Shiny Galar's stat changer, so it just copied +2 special attack. So actually not a bad play with that Psych Up. Here's a String Shot, slowing down both of the Galarian Corsola there. It'll be harshly as well, so that the regular Galar form will be on -1 speed now, I believe. Oh wait, was it just on the one? No, I'm confused. I'm so tired. Here's a takedown, which isn't going to be very effective on that Shiny Johto right there. I'm just kidding. I'm not tired. I've got G Fuel to get me through, baby. G Fuel. Use code ACE for money off. I can segue it into anywhere. Don't you worry. Here's regular Galar, though. I got tongue-tied there, who is going to go for Stomp, and this time Stomp's going to hit because it's on the non-Ghost type. Decent amount of damage for a not very effective Stomp right there. Over to regular Johto, though. What's it going to do? It's going to go for Dynamic Punch, which does not affect the Ghost type Galar Corsola. Very unfortunate. Shiny Johto goes for a Draining Kiss, trying to get back some of its HP off that Shiny Galarian Corsola there, doing a decent chunk of damage with it as well. Testament to that +2 special attack it stole from it. Got a little bit of health back there as well. Now it's over to Shiny Galar, who, remember, is at +2 special attack. Goes for Withdraw, trying to increase its defense. Maybe trying to stall out these Johto Corsola right now. See if it can prolong the battle in their favor. Is that going to work? I'm not 100% sure. You may as well go on the attack at this point. Here's the regular Galar, though, who is going to fire off a Spirit Shackle, which will be stabbed because of the Ghost typing, and it doesn't waste it either. It goes for the Johto, the Shiny Johto that has more HP. It could have easily picked off the regular Johto there, but felt the need to do a little bit more damage. And here's a Flail, which again doesn't affect the Ghost type. Don't use normal or fighting type moves because you're not going to hit them. Getting ready for Solar Blade is Shiny Johto. It's going to absorb light on this turn. Getting ready to try and deal some damage with that Solar Blade and some physical damage at that. Here's the regular Galarian Corsola, who's going to go for multi-attack. And that is going to land and take out the regular Johto there. So we're down to just one Jotonian Corsola, and it is the shiny form, the Blue Wonder, the Blue Meanie, who is desperately trying to survive against two quite tough opponents, it seems. Here's the regular Galarian Corsola, who is going to go for Future Sight, hoping to deal some Psychic type damage on a later turn. That does not bode well for this regular Johto Corsola, who goes for the Solar Blade. It's going to land, and it's going to be on the Shiny Galarian Corsola. Doesn't do much damage at all, but will activate the weak armor. It needs to go for physical attacks, does Johto, as much as possible. Go for physical attacks. It will make the Galarian team faster, but it will make them that much defensively weaker. We see a Rock Smash coming out, which is going to be super effective as well on the Shiny Johto there, so a decent chunk of damage. Doesn't get the defense drop on Shiny Johto, though. Shiny Johto very, very lucky there. What's going to happen next? The regular Galar is going to move first. And what's it going to choose? It's going to go for Seismic Toss, which is a guaranteed 50 hit points of damage because these Pokemon are all set to level 50. So that's going to bring it down to just 5 hit points left. Over to Shiny Johto. Can it redeem itself? Can it heal itself? Can it do anything? Goes for a not very effective Bug Buzz, which is going to land on the regular Galarian Corsola for some not very effective damage. Even with +2 special attack, it's just not good enough. Over to Shiny Galarian Corsola, who's going to go for Water Spout, which is neutral. Can it do 5 hit points of damage? It's a +2 special attack. Down goes Shiny Johto, and the regular Corsola team have lost. It's the Galarian Galarian Corsola team that have won this battle. And now we get to see regular Johto Corsola against the Galarian form's evolved form, which is Cursula. So here it is, Corsola versus Cursula. I'm going to get so confused in this battle purely because of the naming structure alone. There we see all the Pokemon on the field looking absolutely beautiful. What a wonderful selection of Pokemon these are, though. How great are they? Here comes Shiny Johto starting things off. Of course, the Johto team is the faster of the two. Reflect type, removing its 4 times grass weakness and giving itself the Ghost type, also making it immune to normal and fighting type moves. That's a great starting play right there. Big balls play. Here's regular Johto with Assurance, which is super effective. The Johto team, after that loss, is not messing about. Huge damage to Shiny Cursula, and of course, Weak Armor is going to activate, so another move like that, and Shiny Cursula is off the field. I mean, it is now one of the fastest, well, it's the fastest Pokemon on the field right now, but my word, and it's going to jump straight in, go for the tail slap, which is going to be not very effective. It's not going to be effective at all. Doesn't even hit the Johto Corsola right there. Regular Cursula going to go for Cotton Guard and increase its defense. Not a bad play there. Increasing your defense drastically so that when you get hit, Weak Armor will activate, and it takes 3 Weak Armors activated to get down to just the regular defense stats. So that's a good start for both teams, really. Shiny Cursula, though, is the fastest thing on the field now, so it is going to go for Thrash, which is not very effective, and it's going to land on the regular Johto there. Of course, if it goes for the Shiny Johto, if it targets that Pokemon, it won't hit, so the Thrash will end. Here is the regular Johto going for Ice Beam onto which of the Cursula here? Onto the regular Cursula there for a little bit of damage. It's a decent chunk of damage, to be fair. And here's the Shiny Johto, who is going to fire off a Retaliate. Of course, doesn't affect the opposing Cursula because of the Ghost typing. Now it's over to regular Cursula, who's geared up and ready to go for Charge Beam. That's super effective with that huge special attack stat as well. This could be very damaging. Great chunk of damage there onto that regular Johto, and up goes its special attack by 1 stage, which is very, very dangerous. The Johto team need to be very wary of that regular Cursula right there. Shiny Cursula is continuing the Thrash on that regular Johto. They're bringing it down into the danger zone already. The Thrash has ended, though, which means that confusion is going to take effect because of the fatigue. Now it's over to regular Johto. Can it mount some kind of a comeback here? It's kind of in a dangerous place. Goes for Metal Claw onto the regular Cursula there. Almost takes it down, but not quite. The Weak Armor activating, making its defense go down even further, but increasing its speed by 2 more stages, putting it at +4 speed. Shiny Johto is ready as well. Is it going to target that same Cursula? Goes for Drain Punch. Unfortunately, that's not going to hit the Ghost-type Cursula team. Now it's over to regular Cursula, and it's going to go for Dragon Darts, which is going to hit both of these Corsola. Decent amount of damage. Nice to see Dragon Darts without the Dreepy. That's very interesting. And it's not enough, not quite enough to take down the regular Johto. So the regular Johto still living in this battle, still has an opportunity. Shiny Cursula, sorry, is confused. Is it going to hit itself? No, it ignores the confusion. Gets ready for an attack. What's it going to do? Going to go for Shadow Claw, which is stab as well. Which Corsola? It's on, oh, it's on the Ghost type. It's on the Ghost type Shiny Johto, who used Reflect type earlier. Mate, what a turnaround that was. Johto, regular Johto is getting ready, going for Reflect. It's a bit too little too late, mate. Protecting yourself against physical hits. You really, really can't take any more hits in general. Shiny Johto, what's it got in mind? It's going to go for Extra Sensory onto which of the Cursula here? I believe it's on the Shiny Cursula, and it is going to take it down. So Shiny Cursula is defeated and will leave this battle. We have 1 Cursula with +1 special attack, though, left in this battle. What's it going to do here? Going to go for Incinerate. That is going to be 4 times resisted by the Corsola team, but that huge special attack stat means that it takes both down. My word, what a clutch play at the very, very end there. Both regular Corsola go down, and Cursula is your victor. Well done to the Cursula team. My word, that could have gone very south very quickly, but it turned it around in the end. So you've heard what I've got to say, you've seen these Pokemon on the battlefield, now it's time for you to make your decision. Which of these 3 Corsola-related Pokemon is your favorite? Is it Corsola, Galarian Corsola, or is it Cursula? Let me know in the comments and explain to everybody why your pick is the absolute best. And that's where I'm going to leave it for another episode of Form Fight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel like these lovely people down here, do pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrainAlien. And of course, use code ACE to save money on G Fuel. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Lilliam. Keep on training. Yeah, I got tongue-tied at the end. Whoops.